Hi, welcome back to the garden. Caught me doing a little cleanup. Today is Saturday, August 27th, and you know what Saturday means. We're going to do a quick review of this garden, then we're going to go to you and celebrate what's going on in your garden. Thought this morning would be a good time to do a little cut and drop, get some of these carrot seeds. Now, if you're new to my garden, you're in for a real treat. Saturdays are reserved for you and what's going on in your garden. This is a very loose-knit community of people that like to get their hands dirty and grow things that taste good. We draw inspiration from each other. We get ideas from each other. You can do this too. While I clean up this little patch, let's go see what Nora has in store for us. We like to start off our Saturdays with the color of Nora's garden. Nora, those were absolutely fantastic. And this really is my favorite time of year. The gardens are maturing. We've been harvesting. Some things have gone away. New things are coming up. The major heat is pretty much behind us. Although Mother Nature has a couple warm afternoons for us in store, still reminds us we got plenty of time. We've been harvesting. We've been putting up some of that harvest, but we still have a long way to go. I was just out here yesterday and these things just pop up overnight. You can do this too. And we invite you to become part of this community. While I cut some okra, let's go ahead and celebrate a few more of our friends and neighbors. Art's deep mulch raised beds are maturing nicely. Carrots are going to seed. And the rest is so full it's hard to harvest. Even Art's banana is ready for harvest. Well, sorta. That is terrific. Your lotus is coming back. It ought to produce good flowers next year. Thank you, Art. Larry wanted to share with us part of his breakfast from this morning's harvest, along with the rest of his haul. Larry, this is terrific. Thank you. Sue is new to this community and she started mulching her garden. She left this pile and wanted to know if she could grow sweet potatoes just like this. Well, sure you can, but I'd get a couple more loads and spread it out 5 or 6 inches deep and plant over the whole area. We're excited to see what you decide to do, and welcome to this community. Weren't those incredible? Leave a comment down below and let everybody know how much you appreciate them sharing what's going on in their garden. And if you hit the like button, it would let YouTube know that you like this, and it would push this video out. We'd inspire more people. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few more. Not only does Jeremy have new tomatoes coming on, look what he found while he was mowing. Jeremy's helper is inspecting, and that melon is as big as his helper. Thank you for sharing, Jeremy. Walter's tomatoes are well over 10 foot tall and being guarded by local mantids. His second crop of cucumbers are taking off nicely. But his peppers are this week's prize. Wow, Walter, those are amazing. And your lotus continues to give you flowers. I think you get the prize for the lotus this year. Thank you, Walter. Keep us posted. This is great. Those are absolutely fantastic. What did I tell you? You can do this too. If you'd like to be part of this community and inspire people around the world by sharing what's going on in your garden, just email me at waylandsmalley5@gmail.com. The address is in the description box below. I personally invite you to join this community. I guarantee you all other gardeners would love to see what's going on in your garden. So what happens when you break your leg and can't turn the compost pile? You get a cantaloupe that just comes up volunteer. That's going to be ripe in just a few days. And there's another one right down there. When you see all the hard work our friends and neighbors put into their gardens, you can't help but want to get out there and get your hands dirty. Now here's one thing we do need to talk about, is this giant sweet potato slip that we planted without roots, to see if we can get another giant sweet potato out of a giant sweet potato slip. Nobody said that joke was too old, so I'm going to keep doing it. There's quite a few viewers that watched us dig the parent of this slip, and a lot of them say you can eat these vines, which I know you can eat these vines. And what we like to, and since we've been cutting them back to make this path, I've been letting these grow out a little bit. This is the part we like the best. The nice tender little young ends. That's fantastic. And if you cut enough of them, it goes with just about any kind of stir fry, any kind of cooking you want to do. That's a very, very light, pleasant taste. The other reason we need to keep cutting these back, they're encroaching on the peanuts, and that's got another month or so before we can see what we have. And here's another success story. When the leaves look like this, how can I claim a success story? Well, it is a success story. It's August 27th. We never have squash make it past July. And we've been harvesting a bunch of yellow squash, yellow zucchini, green zucchini, several different varieties. We still have plants that are going to make it up to September. I am absolutely amazed. Now that gets back to the deep mulch, the life in the soil. I understand that at some point the life in the soil becomes so robust it sends signals through the plants to ward off all pests. And that's what I can attribute this to, is that the life in the soil is getting healthier. It is sending signals to the plants. The plants are staying healthier longer. And we've had a tremendous bug problem this year. The blister beetles, since they first cut hay across the street, they've been non-stop. And I believe that life in the soil has helped these plants. If it wasn't there, these would have been gone in early July. That's been my experience for 40 years growing things. So I'm just absolutely amazed, and this is a success story, brown leaves and all. You can do this too. It's not that hard. The deep mulch, you just lay it in. Doesn't matter what your organic material is, you mix it together and you lay it on top. 4 inches thick or thicker, keeps the weeds down, but it feeds the life in the soil, and that life in the soil takes care of your plants. You get a ladybug helping you out, keeping some of the bad guys off. Life in the soil helping you out, keeping some of the bad guys off. You can do this too. Wow. Now I'm still not sure what color these are supposed to be when they're ripe, but we're just going to leave them on for a little bit longer. Some of them are kind of turning to shade. Now we did have the blister beetles come on top and kind of chew these back a little bit. That wasn't such a great thing, but they seem to be kicking back in. We'll see what we get. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few more. You wouldn't know it by looking, but Mike and Linda's garden was eaten almost all the way down to the ground by deer. After putting up an electric fence, it's come back nicely. I can't wait to see your harvest. Can anybody say bushels? Thank you guys, this is great. Valerie's on her 3rd round of popcorn and it's tasseling. She did see the moth that produces vine borers. Not this go around. She went ahead and tinted her squash. Everything else is maturing really, really well. Valerie, your garden is very inspiring. Thank you. Weren't those spectacular? They're as spectacular as this. This amaranth is just about ready to be harvested. I can't believe how big it is. I am in awe of everybody that participates in these Saturday episodes. You truly are inspiring, not only to me and other gardeners here, but around the world and people that have never thought of getting their hands dirty. You can do this too. That's not just a phrase. You really can. It's not that hard. And the first time you grow something, you see that come out of the ground and then watch it mature, there's no feeling like it. I found in the deep mulch, the hardest work you do out here is harvesting. I do want to thank you for taking me over the 10,000 subscriber mark. That is a big deal with YouTube. I also want to thank you for buying the merchandise that's in the merchandise. I'm not selling anything, but there are a few cool things there. In the description box below, I want to thank you for going to my links there. It does help offset the time it takes to make these videos. I know, I've got 2 or 3 of you that keep telling me I'm not promoting myself enough. Well, I didn't do this to sell things. I did this to show you what you can do. I just got tired of weeding. This is turning into a real thing. But if you use some of my links, it would help me out a little bit. And I hope that will quiet the people that say I'm not promoting myself enough. And my name is Waylon Smalley, and this is my garden. And I do thank you for stopping by this morning and helping celebrate our friends and neighbors. You can do this too. I invite you to join us. But until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.